Need me to close the door?
It's open. If you want to lock it or whatever. Do you have a stream?
On
your phone?
On my phone, yeah. Sure, like it. This was one where I see a good amount of activity. And also a lot of undercovers. Alright. I'm all set with this one.
You just gotta open it, it's going.
Alright.
Cool.
I'll sit down there for now. On the other side, you have a good bit.
So what part of town are we in? Like, where is this in relative to most people's perspective?
We're right on now. This is North Rampart or South Rampart. It changes. But this is French Quarter, basically. Bywater's down there. Bourbon Street's that way. Canal's that way. Interstate's that way. And the river is, well, it's that way. Along that entire way. And this is one of the main travel streets. We got a Louis Armstrong Park further down that way. And that's where a lot of homeless used to sleep, and then they got kicked out by the police. And then that's when they moved to the not city council, but city hall, the park in front of city hall. So, and now they're living under the overpass because the city hall people didn't like seeing them on their way to work, even though they're responsible for the city that they're in.
I heard there was a tent city at some point here in New Orleans after Katrina.
Yeah, I mean,
that got evicted.
Yeah, that was pretty much the situation. That's what I'm describing. It was a long thing. It was just a lot of people homeless, especially because they couldn't live in the old rundown buildings anymore. They just got a bunch of tents and just opened them up everywhere. And I mean, I understand the need and everything, but it was a lot of people and a lot of tents. And when they moved to the overpass, I mean, you see how wide the highway is, and the entire thing was just filled with people, tents, just camped out there. It was disheartening to see. It was really sad. And you can't just go around giving everybody $1. That's not going to do anything. A lot of the people are just moochers there, but more of them are mentally ill. And a lot of times cops, when they'll see the mentally ill, they'll guide them in the right direction, but sometimes you just have some of those roid rage ones who'll just look for an excuse to beat on somebody.
And it usually seems to be a certain type of people that are victimized by the police consistently.
Well, here, definitely black or African American, whatever the hell people want to call it. But low income areas. But since New Orleans is a checkerboard, they just go after anyone they can see, really. Mostly drunk drivers. That's probably the biggest one for cops on the streets. Because a lot of tourists come in drinking too much. But they're usually responding to a lot of gunshots. And that happens all over the city. They're everywhere. Even in my neighborhood sometimes. And not the best, but a better one than the ghetto, I'll say. I just saw one of those other unmarked are down here. Oh, by the way, this is off right now.
Timed out, I guess.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you gotta press record within a certain amount of time, but it's all good.
Nice.
501. There's a police officer. I'm gonna stand on the sidewalk part because they might be like blocking the entryway. So
That's a good point.
that's something to be careful of.
Excuse me. All right.
It's an employee, presumably the New Orleans outfit, on a cigarette break, chilling behind the pillar. We're on that sidewalk. Here's where my feet are. Not blocking the entryway here. It's pretty chilly out.
Well, that cop went inside.
Yeah, it was pretty funny. I flashed a peace sign and
It's like, oh shit, it's them.
he's like, oh, like I'm getting out of here.
He wants peace.
Somebody committed the heinous act of vandalizing the police department retaining wall. Now this sort of thing was chalked in Manchester.
Yeah,
and it resulted in, I got charges out of that because I didn't move fast enough from an order I was never given. So
just shit they're making up. Yeah, here chalking isn't a big issue. I wouldn't believe so, just because of all the art. People doing art on the sidewalks a lot of the time, that three-dimensional stuff.
yeah, I feel like I'm a little underprepared not bringing chalk.
Hey, there's always been time. I don't see a license plate on this one. Oh, they got a...
Yeah, it's behind tinted windows.
undercover up there and didn't have the badge number on the little slip of paper that says who the officer is on duty on the dashboard.
The unmarked vehicle?
Yeah. It just says law
The
enforcement.
Charger?
Yeah, the Charger.
It could be a general purpose, like all use vehicle. You know? So, is this the entryway to?
Yeah. Search porn and drive.
It's pretty intricate, the setup.
Well, we got the bars back here.
How big are protest movements out here? Like, what was Occupy like?
I wasn't here for Occupy. One of my really good friends who's into all this, and he said it started out good, but it fizzled out because he had a lot of like street urchin trash and like just true socialists wanting bigger government and bigger state power to come to the rescue. So that really died out.
Where's the other side of this? Is this like a sidewalk here?
Oh, you don't really need a sidewalk. Jaywalking is not a big deal.
Okay, they're not gonna.
No, and if they do, be like, well, who's gonna sidewalk?
Yeah, I'm really careful about getting near these fortified compounds that they have.
They know better than
The road is.
all the tourist activity. They just don't give people.
Okay, is that like a sidewalk?
Where?
The cones, like you're not supposed to be driving in there, I guess. I don't know.
No, I think that's because they're using it as their own parking space. Even better. Yeah, this is the first district. The other one close to my house is the 5th district.